Our downtown neighbors are out the back door neighbor from Collins Brothers floor covering owner Ken Kleinschmidt. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Bart.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Tremendous to see you. Glad to be here.
It looks like you've had a busy summer, and that's just judging from the number of tractor trailer loads that are depositing items in your store.
Well, it's been a pretty good year so far. It's a little bit sluggish since since the interest rates increased and things kind of slowed down, but we're doing quite well.
Yeah, so
we're blessed in that.
The industry, you're one of those industries that got that 1-2 punch. First, the pandemic impacting the supply chain, and then construction costs going up, in addition to the interest rates. But people still are wanting to buy and build.
Oh, definitely. And we were really blessed. Our industry had record years during COVID. So really our adjustment today and post-COVID is getting used to a little bit of the downturn in demand. And that was, it was maybe counterintuitive or unprecedented, but it just had to naturally slow down a little bit because we were surprisingly so busy, all across the board. Our competitors, ourselves, the whole industry was doing very well during the COVID years, and so, but now we've adjusted and prices have stabilized and came down a little bit and got a little bit more of a handle on the freight issues, and so we're doing quite well. Other than maybe the Canadian fires, which have slowed down some of the hardwood imports, and so that we're all well aware of that one. So
it's always something.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. If you wait until all the conditions are just perfect, it'll never happen.
Right.
Yeah. The pandemic. So many people ended up being at their home more often, even work from homers. They wanted to jazz the place up.
Yeah. It was a very good time. I don't know if anybody could have predicted, how much demand came about during that period of time, particularly in our customers, maybe more so our demographic, which is more settled in and middle-aged and whatnot. So
it's everywhere. I was in Petoskey over the weekend, and my brother-in-law said he's been trying to get a bathroom guy, and the best he's been able to do is get on a guy's calendar in late 2024 to even start. So
yeah, I think that's been that's a significant aspect of sometimes the supply of good installation crews and things like that can be problematic. Has been less over the last 10 or 15 years. Less people have come into the trades, and so I think there's a little bit of a shortage in good installers and that sort of thing. And so that kind of can temper the enthusiasm.
Well, one of the things people discover when they go in your showroom is that, oh my gosh, I have too many decisions in front of me. What are the kinds of things, trends and colors-wise, that we're looking toward fall that you're featuring?
Well, I think the major trend is kind of like in your studio here. It's we're moving from the decade of grays and more into the wood tones and things like that. So that's probably everything's still basically very neutral, but. So that's kind of what we're anticipating. More earth tone, brown tones, and things like that. Not so much any color forecasting, but from that perspective, not too much new. Kind of a combination. The gray brown family is still king of the fashion, but so we expect to do a lot of our waterproof flooring. Like today, I know a lot of people are worried about their basements getting wet. And Greg, who's the newest member of our team and is going to be maybe one of the people going forward as I look towards retirement. He is his house. I know this morning he had water coming into his basement, and that's kind of been a concern lately. So waterproof flooring is still one of the major movers in the industry.
Yeah, so most people that do have that concern and have had a history of water, they're just going to leave concrete, bare concrete for their basement floor. But there are things that you can install that are water friendly.
Correct. Yeah, that's probably a better way to put it. When we say waterproof, that could be an exaggeration, but well, water resistant, and that's been a thing that's been very popular. And instead of the laminate type floors, the plastic laminates and the pergo flooring, and that and so that's been a major had major impact in the industry is vinyl plank flooring, and as such, we've done less carpeting, possibly, and maybe a little bit less ceramic tile.
Less ceramic tile?
Maybe a little bit less ceramic tile, other than obviously backsplashes, and we do custom build showers, and we frame and remodel showers. So that's and steam rooms, that sort of thing. So.
We were talking before the show about some of the other things. Obviously, Holland's Brothers floor covering is your main line, but you do a lot of other things like, we were talking about window coverings.
Yeah, we do quite a bit of window fashion and motorized blinds. We kind of stick mainly to solar shades, roller shades, horizontal configurations, wood blinds, pleated shades, and cellular. We don't do custom draperies, but it's definitely an important part of our business. And we do right now. We do the installations. You probably see yours truly, coming out to do the install too, because I'm still active in that. Today I was helping one of our guys move appliances and things like that. But that's just the nature of how kind of how we are. Everybody has to pitch in when it's required.
We experienced that firsthand. Kent was here, I think last year. We redid all the flooring on the second floor with carpeting and the stairs. And I think there a couple of things that surprised me, Kent, how many times you were over here and how involved you were, and that you did things that I didn't expect. One of the things was the stairs, and that was like a bonus surprise. We knew we needed it. It had to be done. You made, the determination that it's got to go, and it did, and it looks great.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, when we did your upper level, that you guys were having a structural problem in the hallway, and that's kind of our forte. We try to make structural adjustments when necessary. That's why we have builder licenses to do that sort of thing. And and I think we're problem solvers, I think, and that's maybe more so than many people in the flooring industry. We found the weakness in your case and repaired the subfloor and moved on and was able to cover it. So that's
we had a dip in the floor, and it dips no more.
Right there. That's.
What would you say is the most surprising thing that you guys do that people aren't aware of?
Most surprising thing. I'm not sure if I know much that's surprising. We do have a good relationship with our finance company. We do free financing, so that's one thing. I can't really think of too much surprise. Well, we do a lot of custom rugs for people in Jackson, and so we'll make a lot of area rugs. We do binding in-house, and that's another facet that I do actually personally, because I run the binding machines or things like that. And
I did not know that.
So that's maybe one thing that could be surprising to see me crawling around on my hands and knees at my age. So. But I'm still here, we plan on being here for quite a few years, and even through the transition, the company's been in business for over 80 years.
That's right.
So we've kind of made the decision that we're going to stick to it, because I think in small businesses in particular, they last as long as the determination of the ownership, really. I mean, some companies that fall to the wayside, maybe a Furnival's Flowers or something like that, I mean, they probably could still be here, but usually the ownership at some point decides to move on and to do other things. But we're now, we're committed, and we're set with our management to provide flooring services to Jackson for a few more decades anyway. So
good to hear. You guys keep up the great work.
Well, appreciate that.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Bart.
Kent Kleinschmidt, owner at Collins Brothers Floor Covering on Pearl Street in downtown Jackson. Got a few birthdays to celebrate. The birthday club follows these messages.